breathing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling the cold air coming into your body and entering. Exhale the warm air through the nostrils, releasing any tension and negative emotions. Feel the feet connecting to the earth. Feel the neck elongating. Relax the shoulders, eyes, ears, jaws, and all the muscles. Relax from the past and gain inner peace. Open your eyes and come back to this present world.
You are crazy. and I'm mad. Yes, I am. Because I'm from Angoda. That's where I live. Contest chair, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all present here. So this is how we choose to call those with mental disorders, don't we? Well, what exactly is a mental disorder? A mental disorder is an illness that affects the way a person thinks, behaves, acts, and interacts with each other. There are different types of mental illnesses with different symptoms and that can impact the people's lives in different ways. Today, we live in a world where people brand those with poor mental health as crazy. That's not the truth. No. The thing is, mental health and mental disorders are increasingly being used as the same thing. Let me tell you this. Mental health is as common as physical health. Everyone here has physical health. Everyone here has mental health. Over the course of a lifetime, not everyone suffers from a mental disorder, but people can have challenges and struggles with their mental health. Judging by the look, people seem to be spending ordinary lives. But did you know that 1 out of 4 people suffer from mental disorders? Shocking, isn't it? For those who are suffering from mental disorders, they battle a traumatizing, frightening experience. The sense of fear, anxiety and rejection when interacting with others, the feeling of being branded as fragile by their families, and the sense of powerlessness when they come to controlling their symptoms. It is truly pathetic, and we need to treat them with utmost care. Now we know how severe the condition is. For example, some countries, children don't even know what steps to take when they have mental disorders. They don't know what to recommend to their friends who are suffering from mental health difficulties. Did you know that teenagers whose mental disorders are not treated rapidly, they tend to fall further and further behind in their studies? So what's the outcome? They'll be less likely to be full functional adults in the society when they grow up, and they are more likely to drop out of school. So what can we do in order to address this problem? Those suffering from mental disorders need to be given effective medication, plan their future in ways in which they can manage their illness and deal with it better. Through this, we are initiating the first step in order to improve the quality of life for them. Opportunities must be given for them to interact with others so that they will have their sense of belonging. And also, it is extremely important for us to give mental, emotional care and support. It is a great news for us to know that the attitudes of mental disorders is now changing. According to the Director General of WHO, a mental disorder is not a personal failure. If there is a personal failure, it is found in the way that we have responded to the mental disorders. Ladies and gentlemen, It is important for us to ensure that we live as humans first in this society. All of us, including myself, we have flaws, and it is time for us to accept it as a part of who we are. If we don't take steps to make the world a better place for those innocent souls out there, it's not going to be 1 out of 4, it's going to be 4 out of 4 who is going to be seriously ill in the upstairs department. Over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure not many of us here are aware that amidst the 7.7 billion people residing in the world, 300 million suffer from depression, 60 million from bipolar, and 23 million people are held captive by schizophrenia. Respected judges, ladies and gentlemen, everyone feels worried or anxious from time to time, but relatively, a few people get highly affected by it, leading to the development of a mental disorder. A mental disorder is a mental health condition which distorts an individual's thinking, emotions, and behavior. Dozens of mental illnesses have been identified, and some of them include depression, anxiety disorder, bipolar, and schizophrenia. Depression is characterized by an intense grief, feelings of hopelessness, and low self-worth. It is a common but serious illness that leaves you feeling despondent and helpless, completely detached from the world. It can interfere with your life, making important everyday tasks such as working, studying, eating, and even sleeping difficult. According to the American Psychological Association, APA, depression is considered to be the most common mental disorder, affecting more women than men. Imagine being on a roller coaster ride. Sometimes you can predict drop-offs, and sometimes you just have to hang on, because the next turn sends you into an unexpected spiral, and this is exactly what bipolar patients undergo. Bipolar typically consists of both manic and depressive episodes, separated by periods of normal mood. The manic episodes involve long periods of feeling euphoric or high, rage, overactivity, and even sleeping less. Schizophrenia is a severe psychotic mental disorder and is characterized by symptoms like hallucinations, delusions, catatonic behaviors, disorganized thoughts, and even a loss of speech. Schizophrenic patients are usually unable to distinguish between real life and unreal life. Not following therapies or medications as prescribed can increase the symptoms of schizophrenia. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, 3/4 of the mental disorders that hold people captive don't require pills for curing. Rather, psychologists have proven that these symptoms could be controlled by psychological therapies and a little bit of fiery determination to change one's mindset in order to break free. Thank you.
I'm Tesi Hanif of 11C1. Past is an armor that cannot be forgotten easily, no matter how much that they tell you that the war is over. Now when I say the word memories, what do you get into your mind? A moment of joy and enjoyment with your friends and family? Or maybe hanging out with your friends on a trip? Well, it isn't the same for the post-traumatic stress disorder patients. It's quite different. For an example, a person is driving his car on full speed and then he goes to an accident. Now even the sight of the red blood is going to trigger him, the traumatic event that he had gone through. So, severe accidents, like I just explained, sexual or physical abuse, mental health disorder like depression, and all of these illnesses are things are going to penalize to this condition.
You are my waking dream. You're all that's real to me. You are the magic in the world I see. You are the prayer I sing. You brought me to my knees. You are the faith that made me believe. Wings on fire, higher and higher. Passions burning right on the path. One spark, forever yours. Give me all your heart. Dreams on fire, higher and higher. You are my ocean waves. You are my heart each day. You are the laughter from childhood days. You are the spark of dawn. You are where I belong. You are I feel in every song. Dreams on fire, higher and higher. Passions burning right on the path. One spark, forever yours. Give me all your heart. Dreams on fire, higher and
A very good afternoon, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm here to deliver a speech about mental disorders. What is mental disorders? Mental disorders are the conditions that affect your mood, your thinking, your health, and your behavior. They may be occasional or long-lasting. The world right now is in the middle of mental disorders crisis. it's estimated half the population. Because believe me or not, we create our own negative feelings. Many people think mental disorders are caused by character flaws. They have nothing to do with being lazy or being weak. There are a number of factors that can contribute to risk for mental disorders, such as your genes, use of alcohol or recreational drugs, and when you feel lonely and when you have few friends. So, most of the children in the world, they suffer from bomb attacks, explosions, and due to many other reasons. And those children, they lose their parents and they become orphans. This is a really sad situation. So most of the orphans, they are the ones who experience mental disorders, because when they feel lonely, they become sad, and that's why we say that mental disorders occurred in those orphans. So we are really lucky compared to them. We can try to prevent mental disorders instead of creating mental disorders. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you some ways to prevent mental disorders. There are many ways. You can do anything that makes you relaxed and happy. You can paint, you can draw anything, you can read funny stories, and I recommend all of you yoga. Yoga makes you relaxed and makes your mind calm. So my message is, we all have to try to prevent mental disorders instead of creating mental disorders. I would like to conclude my speech by saying a quote. The only thing more exhausting than having a mental disorder is pretending like you don't, said by Mahatma Gandhi. I hope you all enjoyed my speech. Thank you.
Standing at the edge of the water, long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I tread, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the light where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows of how it goes. If the wind in my sail on the seas is behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I messed up tonight, I lost another fight. I still mess up, but I just start again. I keep falling down, I keep on hitting the ground. I always get up now to see what's next. Birds don't just fly, they fall down and get up. Nobody learns without getting wrong. I won't give up, no I won't give in till I reach the end, then I'll start again. No I won't believe, I wanna try everything, I wanna try even though I could fail. I won't give up, no I of isolation, and it looks like I'm the green. The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always had to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. But now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn my back and slam the door. I wonder why not stand. Let it go, let it go. It won't never bother me anymore. Finally have some distance that makes everything seem small. And it feels like words control me and get to me at all. Up here in the cozy air, I finally can breathe. I know I left a life like that, but I'm too relieved to breathe. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn my back and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let it go, let it go. It won't never bother me anyway. Standing frozen in the life I've chosen. You won't find me. The past is all behind me. There is hope. Let it go, can't hold it back anymore.
We just hosted the Science Day event. The theme was mental health, and we hosted this event under this theme with hopes of raising awareness about the issues of mental health. We had many events that I believe successfully conveyed the message we intended. We also hosted inter-school competitions whose results were extremely entertaining and were very close. We had a guest lecturer from the University of Colombo, Dr. Dulangi Dahanayaka, as well as our chief guest,
Dr. Amal Harsha De Silva, the Additional Director at General Ministry of Health and Indigenous Medicine.
Our event was a tremendous success, and we hope that we could host another one. Thank you.
So today we had our Science Day, which was based on healthy minds. It is actually, I think it was a very big success because we thought of making it as a theme because these days many children are suffering from mental illnesses. What do you think, Madhushani?
True that. I have many of my friends who are suffering as well. So we all know, especially as teenagers, we know the importance of improving our mental health, especially during these age, as we have so much of cyberbullying and various other factors which are disrupting our flow towards our success. So as a nation, we also should get along together and disrupt all these issues together and stand together. So together we stand and the united we stay.